Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, I'm basically going to be talking about why I think King of the Court has become a failed concept, in all honesty. I think I've pretty much come to that conclusion at this point in the year, that King of the Court is not what it was designed to be this year, or at least what they said it was designed to be. It has become a disappointing mode, and look, I haven't played King of the Court in weeks. I mean, literally, I think it's been at least 2 months now since I've played in a King of the Court. And I have no desire whatsoever to play in one. Like, there's been points of time in the last month or two where I've been like, I might play, and then I don't want to. I wake up on Saturday morning, I just don't want to spend 4 hours of my time doing it. So I'm basically going to sit here and explain, number one, why I think it has been a failed concept. And then number two, what I think they could do to make it a better mode for next year if they keep it, or even this year, in all honesty, because I think there are changes they can make that would improve it even this year, even if they don't change the actual format of the game mode. So before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. So instead of making the King of the Court lineup video this week, which there's no point to because my lineup hasn't changed at all in the past week, I kind of just want to talk about the mode as a whole because I haven't done this all year. And look, I think we've had enough time at this point to unpack the mode. It's been 17 weeks. Today, as y'all watch this video, is going to be the 18th week of King of the Court. And look, I will say the same people are winning for the most part, and that's good for them. Like credit to those people for winning. Splash and E-Bands and people like that, and a few boosters here and there, and a couple other people who are on other servers and stuff as well. But the best players in the world are generally the ones winning for the most part, which that's totally cool. And I think that's the way it's designed to be. That part is fine. The problem that I have with this mode at this point is the fact, well, there's two problems. We'll start with rewards. This is the one that I think is fixable this year. They put in the description right here, the best of the best compete here for elite rewards each weekend. These rewards are not elite. They're not. And there are ways for them to be elite. Because here's the thing, the top reward, the number one overall reward is an elite reward. 1 million VC is over $200 worth of VC. That is a high quality value for VC. But the 97 plus all year until just now, this week is the first week that it is not just a random 97 overall. It was hidden gem and then it was premium player. But still, it's been a 97 plus all year, which was good in season 1. Season 2, still pretty good. Season 3, not so good. And now season 4, obviously they updated it, and it's a premium option pack, which is good. I mean, you're going to get one of 5 Galaxy Opals. In all likelihood, one of those 5 is going to be a good card. Like, I have no issues with that aspect of this. What I do have an issue with, on the other hand, is all of the other rewards. I feel like season 1, a 92 plus hidden gem for top 1% wasn't awful. Season 2, they eventually updated it to a 95 plus hidden gem after 1 week in season 2. Season 3, it got updated to a 95 plus option pack between 1 hidden gem and 1 premium player. So player had already came out. And now season 3, it's the same thing as it's been the last 2 seasons. It's still a pink diamond. It's just a choice of 3 that have already come out at this point. But we're getting to the point where 75-80% of the pink diamonds are not that good. It's still unsellable. There is no MT or VC attached to this reward whatsoever. And it is a reward that is 2 tiers below the highest cards that are in packs now, because now we have Dark Matters in packs. So even with 3 choices, good chance you don't get a card out of this that actually helps your team. And this is for top 1%. Only 10 or 15 people on each console get this reward each week. So let's say 15. That's a generous estimate, because sometimes it's less than that. But let's say 15 on each console. That's 30 people on the 2 main consoles, Xbox and PlayStation, that are able to get this reward every weekend. The rest of the players, another, I don't know, 270 or so, might get this top 10%, which is now a 92 plus premium option pack. Last season, it was a choice between 2 92 pluses. Now it's 5 92 pluses. It's still not good enough. There are 3 92 pluses in the game at this point, in my opinion, that make high-level squads, being Jaren Jackson Jr., Paulo Banchero, and Dyson Daniels. Maybe 1 or 2 more that you could argue could make some lineups, especially not so good lineups. But top 10%, while I think relatively easy for a good player, this is not a good reward at all. because you're almost certainly not going to get a useful card. And even if you do, the most useful cards in here, for example, Jaren Jackson Jr., Jaren's a buyout now. Like, that's not a great value. Paulo Banchero's not a buyout, but he's not far away from being one. Jaren is, let's see. He's a buyout. Yep, I was correct. And then Dyson Daniels, he was season 2 as well, end of season 2. Right, nope, right here. And Dyson is not a buyout either. He is a buyout. Dyson is actually a buyout as well. So yeah, overall, we're kind of at the point where even if you do get one of the good diamonds, they're already cheap. So if you wanted them, you already have them. And they don't have any extra Hoff badges or anything like that. Whereas a lot of the diamonds, like if you're using a Paulo, using a Jaren, using a Dyson, you're probably using a souped one with extra badges to make them better at this point. These are not, and they're unsellable. So you have to sell your souped one if you do get one of them, and then have to badge them yourself. And if you don't have the Hoff badges that you want, then they're not going to be as good as the one that you already had. Like, it's just not a good reward. And the 50% reward is 90 plus option pack. This is useless. Not a single 90 plus is playing for any good team. I mean, considering it, not a single amethyst is helping. Like, the rewards are just not good enough. And that's the thing they could fix. The thing they cannot fix, in my opinion, is the 4-hour system this year. Next year, this should be a game amount for a period of time. You play 10 games, 15 games, 20 games, whatever it is, you play a certain number of games. In my opinion, I think 15 is a perfect amount. 15 games over the weekend. And you have from Friday when content comes out until Monday morning, the same time. So like 10 a.m. Central Friday to 10 a.m. Central Monday to play 10 or 15 games. And in that 3-day period, you then get ranked based on your record and your strength of schedule, basically the opponent's record that you play against. And that will rank you. And then that's a better system because then you don't have to play in the middle of the day on Saturday, which is when people are busy with tons of other things all the time. You could play whenever you have the free time over the weekend. So that's an easy fix. And I think that's the change for next year for the system by far, to make it a better system if they do keep the same concept. I hope they keep something along these lines. It just has to be executed better. For this year though, it needs to be higher overall rewards, or it needs to be guaranteed rewards, such as a specific player each week at each tier that you could get. They could add a new player each week at each tier. And they have to be good players, to be fair, especially at like the top 1%. It needs to be a good player. Or you add MT and or VC to the reward. For example, you get top 1%, you get 100,000 MT. You get top 10%, you get 50,000 MT. You get top 50%, you get 25,000 MT. You get something else plus the player, because the player is not guaranteed to be anything good at all. In fact, it's more likely than not, even at top 1% at this point, if you're good enough to make top 1%, you probably have a good enough team to where most of the pink diamonds aren't really going to help you. And even the ones that are, just like I said with the diamonds, probably more badged out than the free version that you're going to get, even if you do get a good player. So in general, the system is flawed right now and it needs to be changed. And I don't have any high expectations of it actually being changed this year, but I wish that it would, because I think that this could be executed far better than it is right now. And it's a shame because it's turned a mode that I think has the potential to be one of the best in my team, maybe even the best in my team, into a real disappointment. And that is a shame at the end of the day, more than anything else. With that being said, that is going to do it for the video. And yeah, I just wanted to give my thoughts on King of the Court. So let me know what you think of the video in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.